Rest in peace to Linda Lavin. She was 87. If you grew up in the late 70s, early 80s, and you remember the TV show Alice the Waitress, you know exactly what she was. But she also sung the theme song. Now, the interesting thing, I think I want to say both my grandmothers liked that show because that show was popular. And what it was a woman that was working hard, working. She always was like a tough working actress. Linda Lavin always played those kind of roles. I actually remember when she did an episode of Barney Miller back in the day. She definitely had that style. She had that New York thing. She had that East Coast vibe and swag about her. She could sing. She could perform. If you can perform on stage, you know what I always say about performing on stage. That's the real actors. No offense to the ones on screen, but that's a different set of rules. But if you could do the stage thing, you know you were bad. And she won all kinds of awards, but Alice was like that. Was that one that she was like that hardworking single mother. Her son Tommy, Philip McKean, and she worked with Vic Tayback Mills Diner and Flo and Vera. Rest in peace, the one that played Vera. And that was a show. That was a real popular show. You know, uh, Alice was on for quite a while. It had some interesting characters on there. There were some things at the time. Again, sometimes you used to watch shows with your grandparents or people, and you kind of feel like you grew up with the characters, regardless if you outgrew the show or not, you did remember it. And certain things, when I would see it on old school networks in the last 5 or 10 years, I was like, wow, because I remember watching a lot of it growing up. And Linda Lavin was somebody I always respected. She definitely had that hustle about her, had that vibe about her, because again, I knew she could perform. And so she was 87. And I hadn't really, recent memory, I hadn't thought too much, but I remember watching the older shows and the talent. And sometimes that's what you remember, you know, especially if it's childhood memories. And it's almost like someone is almost like a person that you identify with because you looked up forward to the particular shows they were on. You look forward to, what their character was about. They just kind of triggered something with you. You can say what you want to say. Less networks back in the day meant more quality shows. That's what I will say. I think that's why the shows I endured. If people are still talking about your show 2 and 3 and 4 decades later, you did the thing. If you got a theme song that people still remember, you did the thing. If you don't answer none of those questions, your show is a flash in the pan. She was hardly that. She was the real deal. So rest in peace to Linda Lavin and remembering her roles and her versatility. And she had a good voice too, I still remember that one episode of Alice when she portrayed Robert Goulet. She was pretty spot on with the tone. And that's how you know a singer. So just taking the time to send some thoughts and memories of Linda Lavin. Peace. I'm out.